How to develop a growth mindset. In this story, we will journey through the powerful concept of developing a growth mindset, a mindset that helps you believe in the power of effort and learning. Imagine facing challenges, overcoming fears, and growing stronger with each step you take. This story will guide you through simple yet impactful moments that will help you see how to change your way of thinking and unlock your full potential. By the end, you'll understand how to approach life with a mindset that will help you grow no matter where you start. Chapter 1: The Power of Belief. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Max. Max was always afraid of trying new things. He thought he wasn't good enough, and this made him avoid many challenges. One day, his teacher told the class about something called a growth mindset. She explained that if you believe you can improve, you can. It wasn't about being perfect. It was about believing that with effort, you could grow and get better at anything you wanted to do. Max was curious. He thought, maybe I can try this. So, the next time he faced something hard, like solving a difficult math problem, he remembered his teacher's words. Instead of giving up, he told himself, I can learn and get better at this. Max wasn't perfect right away, but he started to feel different. When he believed that he could improve, he felt more confident. His mistakes no longer made him sad. Instead, they became a chance to learn. Slowly, Max realized that the power of belief in himself was the first step to growing stronger every day. Chapter 2: Facing Challenges. Max had learned that believing in himself was important, but now he faced a new challenge. One afternoon, his coach asked him to join the school's soccer team. Max loved soccer, but he was afraid. He wasn't the best player, and he worried he might mess up in front of everyone. Max remembered what his teacher had said about a growth mindset. He realized that challenges were opportunities to improve, not reasons to be afraid. He decided to give it a try. On his first day at practice, Max was nervous. The other players were faster, stronger, and more experienced. But instead of feeling defeated, Max told himself, I will try my best, and that's all I can do. During the practice, Max made mistakes. He missed a few passes and even kicked the ball in the wrong direction. But instead of giving up, he focused on learning from each mistake. He asked his coach for advice and practiced every day. Max didn't become the best player overnight, but with each practice, he grew better. Facing challenges was tough, but Max learned that trying and practicing were the keys to improving. Chapter 3: Learning from Mistakes. Max's journey on the soccer field was not easy. After each practice, he would look at his mistakes and feel disappointed. One day, after missing an important shot during a game, Max felt like quitting. He sat on the bench, frustrated. Maybe I'm just not good enough, he thought. But then his coach came over and sat beside him. Max, mistakes are part of learning. Every great player has failed many times before they succeeded. The key is to learn from each mistake. Max listened carefully. His coach explained that mistakes were not failures. They were lessons. When you make a mistake, you learn what went wrong. Then, next time, you can try again, doing better. Max started to look at his mistakes in a new way. Instead of being upset, he asked himself, "What can I learn from this?" After every game, he thought about what went wrong, then practiced those skills more. Slowly, Max saw improvement. He no longer feared mistakes because he knew they were helping him grow. His growth mindset made all the difference. Chapter 4: Embracing Effort. Max was beginning to realize that becoming better at something wasn't just about talent. It was about the effort you put in. One day, his teacher gave the class a big project. Everyone was excited, but Max felt nervous. The project required a lot of time and hard work. He remembered how much he had struggled at first with soccer, but also how much he had learned by putting in effort. I can do this, Max thought. I just need to try my best. Instead of waiting for the project to be easy, Max decided to embrace the challenge. He broke the project down into small steps and worked on it every day. At first, it was hard, and he didn't always understand what to do. But Max didn't stop. He kept working, researching, and asking for help when needed. As Max spent more time on the project, he started to see his efforts paying off. The work wasn't perfect, but he knew he was getting better. Max learned that success didn't come from doing things perfectly. It came from being willing to put in the effort, no matter how difficult it seemed at first. Embracing effort was the key to growth. Chapter 5: Growing Through Practice. As Max continued to work on his soccer skills and school projects, he realized something important. Improvement didn't happen overnight. It took time, patience, and a lot of practice. Max decided to focus on one thing at a time to get better. He chose to work on his soccer dribbling first. Every day after school, he spent extra time on the field practicing with the ball. Some days, it felt like he wasn't improving, and he got frustrated. But then he remembered that growth was a process, and practice was the way to get better. Max practiced different moves, tried new techniques, and sometimes failed. But each time, he learned something new. Slowly, his dribbling improved. He became more confident when playing with his teammates. Max also applied this idea to his schoolwork. When he struggled with math, he practiced more problems each day. Little by little, he started to see his progress. Max learned that growth didn't come instantly. It came from consistent practice. The more he practiced, the more he grew. Max was no longer afraid of challenges because he knew that practice would help him reach his goals. Chapter 6: The Journey of Progress. Max had come a long way since he first started practicing soccer and working on his school projects. He wasn't the best player on the team, but he was no longer the worst either. Max had learned that the path to success wasn't a straight line. It was filled with ups and downs. Sometimes he felt like he wasn't moving forward, but when he looked back, he could see just how far he had come. One day, his coach told him, "Max, you've grown a lot this season. You've worked hard and kept improving. Remember, growth is a journey, not a destination." Max smiled and nodded. He realized that he had been so focused on the results that he hadn't noticed how much he had changed along the way. The hard work, the struggles, and the small wins all added up. Max understood now that progress was not about being perfect, but about moving forward, little by little. He also saw that every step in his journey, no matter how small, was important. Max no longer worried about being the best. He was proud of the progress he had made. His growth mindset had turned the journey into something exciting, and he was eager to keep moving forward. Chapter 7: Never Giving Up. As the weeks went by, Max continued to grow, but one day something unexpected happened. During an important soccer match, Max was playing his best, but then he twisted his ankle. He had to leave the game early. The pain made him feel frustrated. "Maybe I should give up," he thought. "It's too hard. I'm not good enough." Max sat on the sidelines, feeling defeated. But then he remembered something his teacher had said. A growth mindset means you don't give up, even when things get tough. Keep going, and you will see progress. Max decided he wasn't going to give up. He took the time he needed to heal, but he didn't stop. He continued to practice, strengthening his ankle and working on other skills. He realized that setbacks were part of the journey. Every time he faced a challenge, it taught him something new. When Max was ready to return to the field, he felt stronger than before. He had learned that even when things were difficult, the most important thing was to never give up. With each setback, he grew more determined, and that determination led to even greater progress. Chapter 8: Celebrating Your Growth. Max had come a long way since he first started his journey. His skills on the soccer field had improved, and his school projects were getting better with each new challenge. But Max realized that although he had worked hard and learned so much, he hadn't taken the time to celebrate his growth. One afternoon, his coach asked the team to gather after practice. "Today," she said, "I want us to think about how far we've all come. Each of you has grown, and that's something to be proud of." She reminded them that the effort, the hard work, and even the mistakes were part of the journey to success. Max took a moment to think. He remembered his first practice when he was too afraid to try. He remembered all the mistakes he had made and the times he felt like giving up. And now, here he was, a stronger player and a more confident person. Max realized that every small step, every bit of progress deserved to be celebrated.